There is something that I learned as a child, but I've learned even more powerfully as an adult and as a parent, that not everybody likes every food. Sometimes there are foods that we really don't like. But what's funny about that, besides how hard it is sometimes to feed everybody, is that ingredients, the things that we use to make our food, are not bad. And they're not good either. They just are, right? It's what we do with whatever those ingredients are that make them bad or good to us. Some things even have the same ingredients, but including a few extra ones in this particular food makes us not like it, and including a few extra ones in this food makes us really like it. So it tells us that we have a lot of power in what we do with the things that are at our fingertips. And we can make something wonderful and fulfilling or delicious or beautiful, or we can make something that's the opposite of all of those things. Last week in the Torah, we read about the golden calf. And some of you guys may have studied that in your religious school classroom if you're in third grade, since you're studying the stories of the Torah. And many of us have read it over the years, the story about the golden calf, which we can all agree was a really terrible choice that the Israelites made. Now, the golden calf was made of a few things. Some really important things it was made of. It was made of gold, and it was made with fire. This week in the Torah, we learn more about building of the Mishkan, of the tabernacle, of this dwelling place for God's Spirit and God's teachings that would be with the Israelites when they were in the desert. And do you want to guess what it was made of? Gold and made with fire. It was made with the same things. So some of our rabbis say, well, that's because those two things, one being really, really bad, like the golden calf, and one being really, really good, the tabernacle, we made the tabernacle to make up for the golden calf, and that's why those things are made with the same materials. It's some sort of beautiful act of teshuvah, of making things whole again. But another teaching that I want us to really pay attention to tonight is that gold and fire are not good and they're not bad. They just are. They're neutral. It's what we do with them that makes something good or bad, and what we put into them in addition to the gold and the fire. When the Israelites built the golden calf, they were putting fear into building that idol. They were putting impatience into building that idol. They were putting frustration into building it. They were putting all sorts of really negative feelings into building that golden idol. When the Israelites built the tabernacle, they were putting faith into the tabernacle. They were putting hope into the tabernacle. And most importantly, they were putting love into the tabernacle. And that is why the gold and the fire in the tabernacle turned out something beautiful and holy. It's because of what they brought to building. So what we have to remember when we hear this story and we think about those two things is that it's really about what we bring to these projects that we do that makes them good or bad. For example, it's not necessarily how much money we have that tells us whether or not we're going to have a happy life. It's really not necessarily even if we have a lot of it. It's what we do with our money that helps us build our character. And that generosity is a quality that isn't just for rich people, and it isn't just for poor people. We can have that quality and bring it to our life, whether we have a lot of money or a little. We can do the same thing when it comes to the school book in front of us. It's the same book. If we bring a lot of frustration and boredom into it, then it's going to be a boring book. But if we bring an open mind to it, then it could possibly change our lives. And it's not our religion that tells us how righteous we are. We know that some people use religion to do really terrible things in the world, and other people use religion to do the most amazing things that there are in the world. Religion by itself is not good or bad. It's how we use that tool, what we bring to it. What we learn at the very, very beginning of the Torah is that God creates light. God is a creator. God is creative. God takes something that's there and brings a spirit to it, and then it turns into something else. So when we do that, we can turn the world into something else as well. And the most important ingredient we can bring to any project that we do is our love. When we bring our love to our learning, it becomes amazing learning. When we bring our love to our money, it becomes something that can make the world a better place. When we bring our love to something that we're building, it makes the world better. So how much love do we put into the world? Do we add that ingredient? Do we come to things with a spirit of love? If we do, it's going to be a mishkan. It's going to be a tabernacle. It's going to be a holy place that stores God's teachings. And absent that love, it could be a golden calf. So I hope and pray that we can find the strength and the hope and the effort inside of us to always put that love into the projects that we do. And there is a Hebrew way to say those words, and Abbie and I are going to teach you the Hebrew words for putting our love into the world. It's really only 3 words. The first word is simu. Can everybody say simu?
Simu.
Simu. That means put, like sim shalom. Ahavatchem. Ahavatchem, which means your love. So simu, ahavatchem, and finally, ba'olam.
Ba'olam.
Which means the world. So simu, ahavatchem, ba'olam. Put your love into the world, pour it into the world, and turn all of those ingredients that are around us into something beautiful that makes the world better. That is our hope and prayer this Shabbat evening.
Amen. If you could direct yourself to the handout inside will be the next song that we will be praying together. It also has those words, simu, simu, ahavatchem, ba'olam. I've been wandering and I don't understand, stumbling around, blind and thirsty towards some promised land. I remember once a whispering in my ears, everything you do from your heart will surely echo here. So I dance and sing that tune, pour my water on the ground and watch as roses bloom. Did you put more love in the world today? More love on your way to the setting sun. There is only one measure when you can honestly say, I put more love. I remember when we had to leave our home, middle of the night, running blind, we were so alone. But we were grateful for the little that we had, cherishing the gifts and the care from every helping hand. Over time we came to see there's a simple path that leads to true prosperity. Did you put more love in the world today? More love on your way to the setting sun. There is only one measure when you can honestly say, I put more love. Simu, simu, ahavatchem, ba'olam. Simu, simu, ahavatchem, ba'olam. Simu, simu, ahavatchem, ba'olam. Simu, simu, ahavatchem. Well, today I found a place I could not mend, sitting on the bed, holding hands with a faithful friend. And I told her that the whole thing shook my faith, wondering aloud if our striving was really all a waste. And she said, there's just one task. All that matters is your answer when the question's asked. Did you put more love in the world today? More love on your way to the setting sun. There is only one answer. You can honestly say, I put more love. Simu simu ahavatchem ba'olam. Simu simu ahavatchem ba'olam. Simu simu ahavatchem ba'olam. Simu simu ahavatchem ba'olam. More love in the world today. More love in the world today. More love in the world today. More love.
Ken Yehiratzon.